Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Shaukat and I have been working as a software engineer with SAP Labs India. In this video tutorial, we are going to learn how to set up development environment. As explained in my previous video, you can efficiently and rapidly build enterprise services application with your own choice of tools, your own comfortable editors. CAP provides world-class support for developing enterprise application services, whether you prefer SAP Business Application Studio or Visual Studio Code or Eclipse, um, you know, with your own choice of programming language, whether it is Java or nodejs. The one advantage of using SAP Business Application Studio is it comes with pre-configured development environment. You no need to install any extension or tool or software to develop applications. This is the next generation of web id. You can you can go to my YouTube channel and search SAP Cloud Application Program Model the Shaukat, because if you search SAP Cloud Application Program Model, you will get a lot of videos from various experts. Just add Shaukat, you will get. So you can see here, in my previous videos I have explained how to set up the how you get the SAP Business Application Studio, or if you are interested with the Visual Studio Code, so there is the other video. Okay, just to recap, okay, you will get the SAP Business Application Studio if you have the SAP CloudFoundry multi-cloud account. If you go to subscriptions, this is my trial account, so there is a SAP Business Application Studio. You just click here. So you can create what you call dev space. Let me in the trial account I can create as of now only 2 dev spaces. So if you go to click here, it is just how we create the virtual machine online, right? Similarly, you just need browser, so you just leave any name, my machine or any name. Okay, project, CAP project name. So you can you can select whether you are going to develop free applications or CAP application. So since I'm going to develop the CAP application, I just only already this. So this many pre-configured or two extension tools are coming within this in your virtual machine. You can also add some additional what to call graphical editor for the CDS. Just click here. That's it. It will create the dev space for you. So in the interest of time, I already created one what to call one dev space, right? So once it is created, the next step is you can create the what you call projects from the templates. So this is a welcome page, how we create the projects in the Eclipse or Visual Studio Code. Similarly, here also you can create the projects. So prior to that, I was running this project. So here you can run what you call all the Maven commands. Our Maven install or Maven Spring Boot you can run in this ID. So you don't need to install anything. This is one of the CAP application. I developed this is one of the sample already available on the CAP documentation. So I just cloned it and ran this project. This is a book shopping cart. Okay, we can develop applications, enterprise ready applications in the full stack approach. With the CAP, you can go you can go through this documentation to develop how to develop the application. But coming back to the main agenda of this meeting is to set up the development environment if you are going to use Eclipse IDE, right? So before I start, okay, the information in this presentation is proprietary to SAP and may not be disclosed without the permission of SAP. The presentation or any related document may subject to change anytime for any reason without any notice. This is just legal disclaimer. So this was I was telling. You can develop applications either using SAP Business Application Studio or Visual Studio Code or Eclipse with your own choice of favorite editor. we go to Eclipse slide. See, first thing is you have to install Eclipse, then Maven Java. I've documented the steps in next slide. Yeah, so here first thing is you need to install nodejs. All our what you call required SAP nodejs models are available in the npm.sap.com. So to run this to install nodejs models, the prerequisite is you have to install nodejs. So you can download the nodejs from this nodejs organization. Just go here and click on download button. So you will get this kind of MSA file. So it is very easy and straightforward. You just need to it is you just need to accept the agreement and you give the location where to install. You can also change the location, then click next. I'll keep default location. Okay, that's it. Since I already installed, I'm going to cancel the setup. So once nodejs install, it will also install the npm node package manager because we need so we need so all the SAP models will be downloaded from this publicly available nodable, right? So npm package manager should be used to access these resources. So since you install nodejs, it will also install a node package manager. If you open the command prompt, you can check the version of the node. Once you install, then you type node npm. So in my machine I have node and then I have npm. First step is download the nodejs and that's it. Install using the wizard. It is very easy. And second step is we have to configure this URL in your registry, npm registry. So for this you have to execute this command npm set @sap : this registry and give this path. This is the second step. You can execute from the command prompt. Then install the SDK npm install --g means globally, okay, and SDK name. So these steps I have written clearly in this video. If you go to how to set up the development environment for the nodejs runtime, right? So I have added all the commands here. You can also copy from this, or you can go through this documentation. Sorry, this video. These two commands. Once you install nodejs, then SAP CDS SDK, and third step is you have to install Java, Maven, and Eclipse, then Spring Tools, then SAP Cloud Business Application Tools or extension for the Eclipse. So if you already have the Java and Maven, then Eclipse, then you can proceed forward this video to when I'm installing the extension for the SAP Business Application Studio. If not, please continue this video. Go to the second step. Okay, the first step is you have to install Java, right? So there are two Javas. Oracle based OpenJDK, or you can also install SAP supported version of OpenJDK for SAP customers and partners who wish to use OpenJDK. So differences you can read in this website. What is the difference between OpenJDK and SAP machine? goal of the SAP machine team to keep SAP machine as close to OpenJDK as possible. It is just like how when we run the Java version, right? So it will show this version name here, SAP machine. Okay, how to install SAP machine? Installation steps are given in this wiki. You can also install SAP machine for if I go to this page, right? You can install SAP machine for Linux or Mac. It depends on your voice. Since I am using Windows, you can download the installers from this github.com SAP machine release and go to SAP machine. Latest means this is SAP machine 15. Now the thing is you have to search .msi. Okay, you have to download this MSI file, this one. Since I already downloaded, what I'll do is I will just execute this. So you will get the wizard. Since I already have the SAP machine, so it is very easy to install. Just click next and give the location. I'll just cancel the setup. Now next thing is so these are the screenshots. SAP machine installation. Once it is done, how we set up the set the programming of what you call location of the Java bin right in the path variable. Similarly, for SAP machine also you can set. For example, if you have given this path while you installing the SAP machine, okay, there in this location I have installed SAP machine right JDK. Now you copy this path from the Windows environment. Sorry, here just search for edit environment variables. You click here. Okay, then what you will get is you will get the edit the path variable. I'll show you. Okay, I'm like it is easy. You just need to edit the path variable and add click on new button. Then you paste this URL. Make sure that you have the correct location. Then you can verify the setup by running the Java --version. It will show SAP machine. The next step is install the Maven. I will add this link to the description. Okay. So from here you have to download this binary. Binary zip. This one. Download and extract to this location. I have extracted to this location based on the version. Maybe at present this is the version 3.6.3. You just download, like for example, let me repeat. Go to this website, click on this zip link, download this file. You will get the zip file like this. Right click and extract to the program files, or you can extract here and copy paste all the content to this program files. I mean, like, make sure that you can you remember this path. Now next step is how you set up the Java path. Similarly, you have to set up the Maven path. Now from the second step is once you download and extracted, then from the from the system, the search button, just search edit system in this one. You select edit system in non-variable. Once you selected, you will get you have to click on the new variable, then give this Maven _ home in the variable name and the location of the where the Maven is you extracted program files. click new button. Maven underscore is a variable name, Maven underscore home is a variable name and path of the Maven. So one variable I've created, second variable m2 underscore home. Again click new button, variable name is m2 underscore home and path of the what you called Maven. Two variables you created. And third step is like you have to how you search the system environment table. Similarly you can search for the again from the Windows, edit and environment table. First step is edit system, or second step is edit system environment table. So globally if you install, for all users it will be available. Edit environment variables for your account, then edit the path variable and just give the till bin location. So till here you have to add to the path location. So you have configured Java, you have configured Maven. When you run the Maven version, from the command prompt you have to see Apache Maven and the location of the Maven where it is installed, and Java version also. The vendor is SAP. Since I installed SAP machine. Okay, the other important step is you have to download the settings.xml and copy to the .mp folder. Okay, this is the location. It will download settings.xml since I already have one. Make sure that it is settings.xml. Okay, and go to your user directory .m2 folder and paste the settings.xml. If you don't find m2 folder, from your command prompt just run once Maven package, then you will get the in your user directory you can see the .m2 folder. Clear, right? First step is install Maven and configure the path variables and environment variables, then download the settings.xml, then copy that file to the m2 directory. If m2 directory is missing, just run once a Maven package, it will be available. You can verify the setups by running the CDS version. It will show the CDS version from the command prompt, then Java version, it will show Java version, Maven version. We are just verifying. It is the optional step. So next step is you have to install Eclipse, right? So from this location, I will add this links to the YouTube description, so you can download the Eclipse from here. So here, just download. So this is the next step. Once you have the installer, right? I think I have the installer. Yeah, this one. When you run this, you will get this wizard. Okay, Eclipse ID for you have to select the ID for the Java developers. Enterprise if you are developing enterprise application, so you select the enterprise Java. Okay, download it, then you download this installer, then select once you click on this exe you will get the wizard. Then click here, just click the next button. You have to select this is very important, you have to select the Java location. If you have installed OpenJDK, select that JDK. Otherwise, if you have installed SAP machine, select that path. So it will take a few minutes installing, launch. Okay, now once it is installed, go to your preferences in the Eclipse. Okay, so Windows preferences. Okay, go to install JRs. Or you can search here. So you should see the the location of the your JDK. It is just confirmation, right? Eclipse should contain the JDK. it is verification. So if it is not there, you select the JDK. Now next step is you you can install Spring tools. Yeah, for Eclipse you can install, or you can install from the marketplace. Also go to Eclipse and install the Spring tools. So there are two ways: either go to what you call download from here, or you can go to Windows, help Eclipse marketplace. Yeah, in this marketplace you just search for the Spring tools. So you Spring tools for 4 you can install. Yeah. Since I already installed, I'm going to skip this step. So this is the next. Once you selected, you will get this wizard. Once it is installed, please restart the machine Eclipse. Okay, so this is the important step. Once you have installed Java Maven Eclipse, then you have to install SAP Cloud Business Application Studio tools, extension for the Eclipse. So for this like I was showing that how to install Springs. You can search for the Springs there. Okay, now the next focus is to install the SAP Cloud Business Application. We'll go to help, click on new software. Here click add. In the URL you give this site location. In the name type SAP Cloud Business Application Studio for Eclipse. Okay, so URL I will add this URL to the YouTube description. So once you selected, once you added, if you have to click on add, then it will show what are the tools you have to it has to add. So you just select the tools, click next, finish, then you have to restart. That's it. It's very easy to install SAP Cloud Business Application Studio extensions. So we have completed the development environment setup for the Eclipse to develop the Java based application. You can go to official CAP documentation. You can go through this codebook CAP documentation for the samples and projects, how to start the projects. So all the steps are there. Okay, now you can start. If it is like I'm just trying to say, if you are going to develop the application using the SAP Business Application Studio, it is very easy. Like you just need to select the refresh here. This is the what you call dev space we have created in the initial of this video. Manually it start, right? So either you can, if you are going to use SAP Business Application Studio, you don't need to install anything. It is everything will be pre-configured development environment. Since the welcome page is disappeared. search. It is here. So in the welcome page, I selected the generate the project. Here you have to mention the location of the projects. You can also browse any location, since by default all the projects will be in the projects to directory. Just test any name, meaningful name, since I already have the demo project. So then you select the Java. If I want HANA as a database, Java as a runtime. You can also add samples. If you want to deploy as MTA, you can select MTA. I just selected Java HANA. If you don't want sample, please uncheck. But if you are doing some hands-on experience, I recommend to see how the sample code is generated. So this is one way. Like developing the creating the projects is from the SAP Business Initiative. So now what to do is the project has been generated. What would you like to do it? Add to workspace or open this workspace? So if you click here, it will add to the same, since I already have the one project, it will add to the same workspace. Otherwise, it will open new workspace. I click on the open new workspace. So here, the project is generated. You can, in DB folder, you will add all the data models. In a service folder, you will expose all this schema or entities via the services. Okay. So since for the Spring Boot application, this is a starting class, right? So this everything is auto generated. You can see here all the data models. Since I selected the sample, right, while creating the project, so you can just see one entity, books entity. One entity exposed as a what you call one view exposed as a service, so books entity. So this is the sample, right? After this, you can run all the what you called Maven commands to how we generally run, how we execute the projects using the Maven clean install or Maven Spring commands. You can use those commands in the SAP Business Application Studio also. So this is one way of creating the project, which is easy. Otherwise, so this is one of the sample project, right? So what I'll do is, which I clone from the GitHub, from the CAP documentation. So you can see CD projects, just how we move to the different folders. Similarly, you can go to your project. So I would like to run this project, Cloud CAP sample Java project. I just executed this command. Which command? Maven Spring command, Spring Boot command. It is building the project, and it will also open what you call project like services default port 8080. So in background, what it is doing, it is generating the SQLs and all the tables, required tables. Nothing I've done. So the service is listening to port 8080. Open new tab. So these are the OData services exposed based on my CDS models. So I just I have written the my models in schema.cds, like books model, authors model. Then I have exposed those models. I'm like I have written my service definition in this again it is kind of CDS, so exposing services. These are the admin services which requires admin role, and these are the catalog services generally for the end users. Yeah. Now when I run this command Maven command, it running the application on local server. So I'll just open books. You can see there is some test data is already there in this application. All this about it. Now if you just add fury.html, it will open the HTML for this application. Okay, so this is the one we have developed creating the projects in the SAP Business Application Studio. As we install the Eclipse and configured our development environment, okay, you can create the project from the command prompt, also from Windows machine. The first step is you have to execute this command cds init, the project name, and what is the package name. Either you can execute this command, or you can also mention the package name. You can also generate it in the Maven archetype. So once you executed command, it will create the project from the command prompt. Here you just give the demo project. So it will just create the project for you. Then you can import that project from here, from this command, from this page. Yeah, I mean, like, yep. So once you install what you call you in this video you learn how to install nodejs, npm, then what to call the SAP CAP SDK, CDS SDK. Then you know how you saw how to install Java, Maven, Eclipse, Spring tools, and extension for the Cloud Business Application Studio. You can also install some advanced tools like from this Chocolately framework. This is a command you can find from the description. You can also install some advanced tools like for example CloudFoundry command line interface. And to build the MTA you can install MBT also. After this you can install what you call check verify your setup by running the command SQL 3 or max cf. These are some additional tools for your development and deployment environment. You can learn more about CAP technology from official documentation, or there are many samples available in the SAP samples directory. You can also go through this open SAP course. You can go through our SAP blogs, and also additionally SAP all developers has the official YouTube channels. You can go through their channels also for more knowledge. So these are the additional resources. If you are a SAP as a customer, you can support get the support by using this components from these components. One more thing is if you find any what to call find any issues, if you need any troubleshoot guide, so this troubleshoot guide contains all the common solutions for the frequently occurring issues. I will add this link to the YouTube description. All the what you call this is a troubleshooting guide. If you have any some more questions, like you can also post in our SAP community. That's it. I mean, like Thank you for watching. I'll stop presenting.